everyone, we're gonna take a look how to knit socks using flat method. This is the sock we just finished. I just finished in size number 2, so it's a toddler size. I've used DK yarn by Pandia's Jewels. It actually has nylon, so it's good. It's good on the foot. It really feels good. So this is how the sock looks when you knit it flat. So the pattern, you would have to follow the pattern up to this point, and I'll show you what we do here. This is the heel. This is the heel part. This is the heel flap that creates this little round shape, and this is the decreases, the heel, it's called gusset. So when we have our sock, when we wear our sock, we can see the gusset, we can see the heel flap. These stitches are called toe stitches. And so all the stitches that are on the back of the foot are called heel stitches. All the stitches on the front called instep stitches. So we are at the point where the pattern says we're going to be working only the heel stitches, and it's actually just straight knitting. So this is how it looks. This is the second pair. So it was straight knitting, and I was holding the instep stitches to be worked at later time. So there are 18 rows. When the pattern says heel flap, so I'll show you how do we work the heel flap. It's the same method as for the circular. I slip the first stitch, 1 2 3 8, knit 7, 2 4 6 8, then SSK. Just 1 second, I'll go back to my pattern. The pattern says SSK, so, or the same as knit 2 together through the back loops, knit 1, turn, slip 1, pattern says purl 1, purl 2 together, purl 1. And at this point, this is a good checkpoint. You see like the stitches on both sides, there is a little gap here and there is a gap here. There are 5 stitches on this side. You should have the same number of stitches on the other side before you make a next turn. If not, the heel will not be even. So the numbers have to be recalculated down. So that means there is either a mistake in the pattern or somewhere a mistake on the numbers of the previous rows. Perhaps sometimes I miscalculate when I'm knitting my socks. Next one says slip 1, knit to the first stitch before the gap. So you see this gap? We're not going to work this stitch. We're going to actually work these 2 stitches together, one before the gap and one after the gap. We're going to SSK, slip slip knit, or I do knit 2 together through the back loop, knit 1, turn, slip 1, purl to the gap, to 1 stitch to the gap, use next 2 stitches to do purl together, purl 1, and again you got 3 stitches on each side here. So continue in the same manner until you have all stitches worked. Just a quick note that sometimes you will have on the last row, you will have only 2 stitches to be worked, not 3 stitches, which is fine. It depends on the number of stitches you have on your needles. For example, for this particular size, what happens is that on the last 2 rows, you will have only SSK and purl 2 together at the end. You see, there is not going to be one more stitch that says knit one. So that's okay, and that's how it's intended. Then we just turn. I'm sorry, I apologize for a lot of movement and a lot of needles. That's my life. Slip one. So this is the last row. And in the next video, I'll show you how to pick up the stitches for the gusset. We're gonna pick them up along both edges. For that, we actually have to knit across last right side row one more time. Slip one, 1, 2, and knit through the all heel stitches. I apologize. And in the next video, I'll show you how to pick up the stitches. Thank you so much for watching. This is Mila's Knit Corner, how to knit socks flat way, top down. Talk to you soon. And we are back. I just want markers. I'm using the yarn, you know, the scrap yarn at the places where the heel stitches started. So I had to place them on both sides from right and left, and also in the middle. You will see later on why do we need to place this. So in order for me to, you see, like we were slipping all the stitches. In order for me to pick up, we're going to be picking up 9 stitches along this edge, and also 1 at the top of the gusset. So this is going to be top of the gusset spot. In order for me to do a clean pickup, this is what I do. See, we're not going to pick up in the same slip stitch we just made. You see, like this one, we just made that one from the previous round. So we're not going to pick up in that stitch. It will not look good. But we will take a look, and I'm using another additional needle. We are going to just go into each slip stitch from the right side. Sometimes it's hard to see which one is which, but so you have to have 9, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I'm lost. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now it was a tricky one. 7. I guess it's easier to do it the other way. Let's try that again. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,